All right, everybody, how's it going? Since Morpho started, we've produced millions of different units across thousands of different SKUs for hundreds of different customers. Today, I thought I'd take a look and show you some of the products that we've done that I think are some of the cooler ones. For me, electronics and watches are the things that I've always liked since I started the company. You know, those are the things that hold a special place in my heart. But I thought I'd show a wider scope of different types of products as we've expanded, as we've hired experts in different industries, you know, as we've continued to offer, you know, more offerings. Really what we want to do, you know, and you're going to see a wide variety of products. We want to make the Rolls Royces and the Rolexes of whatever industry we work in, whatever niche our customers' products are. We want to make the best of the best and allow our customers to be truly proud of their products. So without further ado, let's get into it. First one is actually a puzzle. So this company is called Inner Peace, creative name. The designs are fantastic. Really cool. And this product, you know, you don't think about stuff like this when you're not in this world. But puzzles can be tough, right? Because on most products, if you have 0.5% wrong, you can figure out ways to make stuff work. If you're missing 0.5% of the pieces in a puzzle, the entire thing's done. And so most puzzle manufacturers have tons of problems, right? I don't know if you've done puzzles where you've seen a few pieces or are not in the box at the end. But to really make a really nice puzzle, make sure all of the pieces are in 100% of the product that gets shipped out is actually tougher than you'd think. And just doing everything, you know, there's nothing worse than doing a puzzle and not having the last piece. Like, I can't imagine something less satisfying than that. So I've had a really good time making these. Like I said, the designs are really cool. I think our team's done a really good job from the puzzle all the way to the packaging. Founder's really cool. They have good plans, and I think they're going to do really well as they grow. 500 pieces of quiet time. I like it. Next product. Next, we'll go to the Max Stand. So the Max Stand is a charging stand for the AirPod Pros. They launched their Kickstarter campaign. They did very well. It's just clean, right? It's heavy. It looks really clean. It's aesthetically pleasing. It took a lot to make everything be so smooth and to come together. Great design. The company behind it is very talented, and yeah, it just fits, right? It just looks like something that Apple would have made, right? If they were making a charging stand outside of their offerings, this is what it would look like, right? And so the company we worked with did a really good job. I think we've done a very good job of putting everything together and shipping a really cool, aesthetically pleasing product. Next product is RockBlock. So RockBlock was one of our first big customers. The founder, Logan, is a really good friend of mine. Basically what it is it's a car, as you can see on the website. It's like a little car that you put on a vinyl that drives around and then either plays through the speaker that's built in or Bluetooth to a Bluetooth speaker. So again, this one is really close to me because it was one of the first bigger projects we did. Logan had a great campaign on Kickstarter, later went on to go on to Shark Tank, and we worked it all out together, right? Logan lived with us, you know, before the company was really even a company, and we solved every problem together, right? Including a very treacherous supply chain at the time, and some of the people involved, you know, it was so tough, but I learned a ton. It's a very unique product, obviously, very cool, very novel idea. And yeah, I mean, this one kind of speaks for itself. It's very unique, and obviously the close relationship I have with the founder, RockBlock. Next one is Upspec. So this is a more recent customer, actually. Basically what it is a screen that you can plug into an Xbox directly that basically turns your Xbox into a laptop, making gaming portable. They've done very well, got attention from, you know, all of the big gaming, channels, and they've just done really well. So we were involved with the design and the development, obviously the mass production as well. And the brothers behind the project are incredibly talented, very smart guys. They work very hard. They know what they're doing, and they obviously have their ears close to the ground about this industry. It's great. Fits. It's super, very aesthetically pleasing to just the way that the design works. Matches up perfectly with the Xbox. I think it's a gamer's dream to be able to carry this around. So this is a cool one. Obviously had some tech difficulties that we had to figure out to make sure that not only did it look good, but also that it worked good. And so far it's got nothing but glaringly good reviews. So yeah, that one is very cool. More of a recent one, one that I think has tons of potential to do a lot, not only with this SKU, but with the other SKUs in the future as well. Next up is Cub Coats. So Cub Coats, for a minute, was one of our bigger customers. I'm going to open it just to show you. But this is what I mean when I say, although tech. Sorry about that. That was probably loud. Although tech is my favorite, I like to do stuff like this, right? So you can see basically this one is Black Panther. So they had tons of different relationships, Marvel, Disney, a lot. And so you can see it's a stuffed animal. It's really, no one's going to steal this. Really packaged in there tight. It's a stuffed animal, Black Panther, very cool. Opens up, you flip it out. And it turns into a kid's hoodie, right? So, and what was very difficult, obvious, is that the stuffed animal is in the hood, and you have to make the hood wearable. So this, surprisingly, despite all of the very difficult, complex tech projects we've done, this was one of the harder projects to engineer, and really just make sure that the patterns all worked to make it a seamless transition back and forth from the stuffed animal to the hoodie. They did very well. With COVID, they pivoted and moved into masks, and now maybe they're not doing as well. But they had a Series A. $70 million valuation. They were just doing fantastic. It's one of the bigger customers we've had. They were in basically every store you can imagine. E-commerce was popping off. The founder, Zach Park, is one of my best friends. So it was really cool to see this company blow up. And to know that Morpho was behind, the design, not as much the design, but the development and the engineering and creating the entire supply chain and managing that entire supply chain. So this is a really cool one. I really like that. Yeah, there you go. Next product. Next up, we have Last Swab. So Last Swab is a Danish company. Basically, it's exactly what it says. It's the last ear swab or Q-tip, right, that you'll ever need to use. It's a reusable Q-tip. As simple as it is, right, it was unique. Their branding was fantastic. Their team is on point. They're very well organized. Their marketing materials and their video were great. And despite it being simple, sometimes the simple stuff's the hardest to get perfect, right? To get the packaging to work, to create something that's, not just a reusable, but something that people would want to reuse, right? And manufacturing the ins and outs and the complexities of this project were actually a bit of a struggle. They've gone on to do extremely well. We've manufactured some of their other SKUs. They did a tissue, different models of this. They've done quite a few things, and the way that they've scaled and grown has been pretty fantastic. But I really like this. It's a very likable industry that they're in, right? Sustainability, saving the planet, with stuff that I think often gets overlooked, right? Morpho is very capable of we've done a lot of products that are sustainable, whether it's recycled components or stuff like this. you know, it's cool to be a part of something that's making the world a better place. But that also, you know, they went quite viral and did quite well. It's a cool design. Definitely something that I'm proud that our company has made. Next product. All right, Mummy. This may just look like a pillow. Packaging, maybe don't need. But it's a cool design, and it's going after an industry that I think, you know, needs a bit of innovation. The founder, Joe, is a really cool guy, friend of mine now. And he's just a serious guy, right? He gets business, and he gets what it's going to take to disrupt an industry like pillows. It's kind of hard to show in a video. Yeah, ooh, it's so comfortable or whatever. But, you know, it's well done. It's well thought out. The branding is clean. You can take a look at the website. They're working very hard, and I think they have a chance at disrupting, you know, an obviously very large pillow industry. Lots of plans for other things as the brand grows, but you know, he's taking it slow. One of my biggest beliefs in business is to start slow and then scale aggressively, and I think he has that wrapped up, and I believe that he's going to do a very good job moving forward. Next product. So the brick, I have this on my desk every day. It's a wireless iPhone charger, gold plated, really nice wood. Again, cool branding. It's a German company. The engineering is just, you know, it's not over designed. I think too often people try to overdo things. This is the opposite of that. It's called the brick. It's heavy. It's just a charging station. You put it on your desk, you drop your phone on, and it charges. It's very clean. It's very cool looking. You know, it's a nice, almost a conversation starter. People always ask what it is and who made it. Proud to say that we did. And yeah, I mean, it just speaks for itself. Just looks clean, nice edges, sharp, cool. I think something that, you know, any professional has on their desk. It's a good looking product. Combination of tech and aesthetics, obviously. You know, they're not reinventing the wheel. They're just making the wheel look better. Everything down to the packaging, everything's clean. I really like it. Next product. So this one is, you know, obviously with a lot of our customers, we sign very strict NDAs, and we can't talk about that we make them, and we can't show that we make them. So I'm gonna ask that we edit this out. But this watch is very close to me, right? We started with this watch a long time ago. You know, when we first started the company, watches were as important to our business as anything, and it still is. We still produce a lot of watches, but as the company has expanded, you know, it's obviously not been the biggest thing that we've done as the company has grown, right? Tech has overtaken watches, but at the beginning, watches was one of our main industries. This was one of our first watch brands. It's a shame you can't see it because it's beautiful. It's elegantly designed. You know, I visited some factories in Switzerland right before COVID, and IWC mainly. I met with the manager of the factory, showed him that we made it in China, and I could tell he had a little shiver, right? He knew that how well and how quickly the Chinese watch industry was maturing. And I've been here since that started, right? Some of the first products, like I said, that I made were watches that were cheap watches, right? That were battery, quartz operated watches rather than automatic. Now outside of automatic movements, you know, Japanese and Swiss still take the cake on that. But when it comes to the actual manufacturing of the watches, the cases, the bands, China's world class. And so this watch, although secretive, was very important to me in developing my love for watches, as well as my love for making watches, as well as my love for making watches in China. So hopefully, you know, that gives everybody a good idea of the broad spectrum of products that we make at MorphoMFG. Like I said, tech and watches are my favorite. But as you can see with the plethora of offerings I just showed you, and the innovative and cool products that you've just seen, you know, we're expanding, and we never want to dilute the quality of the service that we provide. We always want to help our customers make the Rolls Royces and the Rolexes of their niche. And in order to do that, we need to continue to hire and continue to expand controlling what we're doing, right? Not get out of control. I think we've done a fantastic job at that. There's some of the products we've made. Very proud of what we've done, and I hope our customers are too. Hopefully we'll see you in the future. Peace.